a while ago where
Mhm.
I had someone who was deliberately trying to poke the bear with me. And then
Yep.
what happened was you react and they say, you see, they're the problem. And then like
Yes.
all that happened
Huh.
there was that
Yeah.
they thought it was, they turned people against me, but all they did was take the trash out. But from
Yes, they
your
did.
side, what would be your, if a comedian gets in that situation where they face what you had, people come for
Yep.
you, going for you because of something you said, because someone's baiting you, what would be
Mhm.
your advice?
My advice would be to understand that if you weren't somebody that wasn't relevant or special, they wouldn't be talking about you like this. And the more you progress within your career, the more people there are going to be to talk about you. And you can't make everybody like you. And in fact, sometimes because of the better you are at your job, less people will like you because of that. So you have to accept that that comes with the territory of being in the industry that we're in. That celebrity and fame are like fire. They can heat your food and warm your home, but they can also burn your house down. So you have to learn how to wield that in order to make it benefit you. Um, I would definitely say do not try to continue to give these things power, because in my instance, there are people that are still living parasitically off my mistake. People who, quite honest, have had no career and never been on the stage for 10 years. And now, because they are attached to me, will continue to milk that for the rest of their lives because it's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to them in over a decade. There are some people, even in comedy, who have jumped on the back of that and are continuing to try and perpetuate stories about me. But the thing about time is that it's always a healer, whether people like it or not. And one of two things happen. The truth comes out or the truth is revealed. And I'm a very confident person who knows who they are because I've been doing it for such a long time, that the world ultimately will see who I am. And it will be in complete contradiction to any of the lies and rumors that have been spread about me. And, just to let you guys know, I'm somebody who, I've had, uh, UK lawyers for Israel who work on one of the biggest behalves of this colonial ethno state that's currently engaged in a genocide, working against me. I've had people like Ricky Gervais try to destroy my career. And on the one hand, I can look at that and like, that's a terrible thing that makes me very angry. But really, if I am just one black man from South London and a multimillionaire who has had, his career being groomed since he was a 14-year-old by enormous media, if that person is working that hard to destroy my career, it shows how afraid they are of me. If people have to pay other people to disseminate lies about me, or people have to create entirely new names for themselves and new emails and new identities just to affect my career, it just shows you how famous I am. Like, I have had the entirety of British media try to demonize me. And, I've had the entirety of, you know, people within comedy try to have me in prison, despite the fact that I have never been detained, questioned, charged, interviewed with a violent crime, not only in my capacity as a comedian, but my entire life. And it's a very strange way to find out how influential and how famous you are, but that's where I am. But you get through these things, consistency will pay off in the end. And just protect your peace, man. Like, I'm somebody, as I said, I carry the same energy in a comedy club as I carry outside a comedy club. Same one within the industry as I do outside of the industry. Because with me, and even though I experienced a lot of hate, Marvin, during that whole time, what I focus on is the support that I had. And I can tell anyone listening or watching this, all the top comedians and the most successful ones were all on my side. And they all reached out to check if I was okay. And they did that privately because they didn't do it for the press. They didn't do it for any kind of clout. They did that because they respect me as their peer, as an artist, and as a comic, and as a human being. And I choose to focus on that. So I think comedians especially, we are very much trained in a room full of laughter to focus in on the person that's not laughing. And I would say that you'll learn to deal with that a lot better with experience, as I've learned. So when in issues where you experience difficulty and people vilifying you and viscerally trying to drag you over coals and destroy your name and career, just remember they're doing that because you have something that they want or they want to take away, and you don't give people that power. And don't worry about the one person that's not laughing. Focus on how you continue to entertain and to impress the people that are laughing, because ultimately those are the ones buying tickets to your shows. When you're in a business, ultimately you want your business to be profitable. Focus on the people that are helping you turn a profit rather than these detractors who in many ways themselves also need you to survive. So remember that, because I've had many a critic that tried to talk about me as well. And I understand this. If they all were gone tomorrow, comedy will not change. If there's no more Chortle, no more British comedy guides, any of these guys you see in Edinburgh, if they were not to be around tomorrow, comedy is not changing. Whereas if there's no more comedians, they've got nothing to critique and their life is done. They need us. We don't need them. So that's how I feel. I will continue to do comedy irrespective of whether critics say it or not. Because the true critic is the person that is in front of me, laughing or not laughing at the jokes. So I focus on that. So that would be my advice, is to understand that fame won't necessarily change you. It will just change how people act around you. Because I've always felt like I'm the same person, but I now understand that as a matter of fact, that because of how I'm perceived, you've got to learn how to work with that perception. Because how you see yourself is very different to how people see you, and especially when you have something that people want. So understand that and make sure you learn to do that responsibly for yourself, for the sake of your own peace, and for the people that actually care about you. And I'm the fucking best, and nothing is going to change that.